Well, life gets busy sometimes, and you may have noticed that this episode is a little late. But no worries, we are still making progress on the boat. Quinton gets to work once again, welding and grinding and fabricating to create some very bespoke battery racks for the batteries that will be our electrical power for the boat.
Today I'm starting to plan the battery location, and the inverter will be beside it. Batteries are going to go here just in front of the fuel tank. I've cut out a template that is the size of them, so they'll be kind of in here like this, and they'll be stacking two of them. They're server rack batteries, so I'll have an angle iron rail on either side like this, and they'll just slide in on that to them. So I have to figure out how to port that framework. I'll have the two 48 volt batteries here, and then there'll be some sort of dividing wall, just because I want to be able to mount some stuff on that. And the inverter will be right on the other side of that wall right here. So the battery cables will be nice and short. And then there'll be a 12 volt buffer battery mounted up here. So there'll be a voltage converter between the 48 volt charging the 12 volt battery. And then all my 12 volt stuff will run off of the 12 volt system, and all my 48 volt high loads like my winch will run off of the 48 volt system directly. So that's the plan. The inverter is also a 48 volt inverter. I'll run off those two 48 volt batteries. So I have to figure out how to build this framework here to support these guys, and that's what I'm trying to figure out now. This is the first step, is to build some structure to hang this on. So this piece is going to go across the back and tie into there, and then below that there'll be some vertical pieces that run down to the floor, and off of those the rails for the battery will attach. Here's my piece that I'm gonna go across the back. Just have to do a notch out of the top of it so it can sit underneath this other cross brace. Okay, I got my piece cut and cleaned up. I'm ready to go in. So now that top bar is in, plan to put a vertical piece up against the back of that, and it'll run into this rib. So that'll be the next thing. And then one on this side to there. So then my rails that the battery will sit on will come in on this vertical, get welded to it. I'll show you when I get there, I guess. It's easier just to show you rather than explain it. I got this piece cut and cleaned, ready to go in. Alright, I got my next upright cut and cleaned. Going to verify the width. Well, that's a bit of a mess, but it's a freaking awkward spot to try to weld in, so that is about as good as I could do. On to the next. So on the front, I'm going to notch a little chunk out of it and then put it in here like that, and then the other one will land on it. So I just gotta cut a full length piece that goes in there and then do that little notch on it. Here's my cross piece like that. Oh my god, it's all over the place. Well, I think I need to weld one end of it and fine tune the other because I don't have enough arms to hold this thing straight. So I'll just mark it to know where to clean. Roughly there. Alright, so I got the front rail just held in place here. I think everything is lined up on its marks. I'm just going to tack this thing in place. There. Just going to check it in a few different areas and see if it's actually fairly square. Oh, goodness. Not level across the front. Well, that happened because I was holding it on a mark. Alright, take 2 tack. And let's see how straight it is. I got the two bottom rails cut and cleaned up. I'll get those, got them sitting where I want them to be. I'll get those welded in. The next thing I got cut out here is these 2 vertical pieces that'll go on either side of the front of the battery box. So they seem to fit good, and I'll get them cleaned up and weld them in.
We're taking a battery to the boat to fit it into the rack that Quinton has built in the boat to see if it fits. And these are our house batteries, which we will swap out with the boat battery when we need a boat battery.
We designed it so that we can keep the batteries in here while we're not on the boat, and then we'll slide them into the boat when we're out on it. I'll take 2 of these, but I'm just going to take 1.
So we'll see how this works. This is the first time doing that. We've just newly had these installed in the house. And by had installed, I mean Quinton installed them. And they weigh like 100 pounds each, right, Quinton?
Yeah, I think they're just under 100 pounds.
Do you need me to help carry it? It's got a handy handle.
It is.
Go hit my car.
Lift it right up to the edge of the boat. Breather. Easier.
I don't know how to help you with this. Look at that. Awkward, but it looks really nice in there. Look at that. Very nice. Fits like a glove. Right?
Yep.
At least that's what I'm observing.
Yep.
Seems like a difficult task for an old man.
Well,
As soon as your back starts getting
an
older.
old man still has
Perhaps.
this boat that he's using a lot, then we might buy more batteries.
Yeah, it's great in there. I love it.
All right, now I'm gonna try to get these things out, and I feel like I can do this action a little better than when I put them in. If I just kind of do a rotate, set it on top. It'd just be wishful thinking. Yeah, that's not so bad. That'll be the way to do it. Just gonna set them down and rotate in. Yeah, see how many years I want to do that for. Good. I'll weld it in solid. I didn't quite weld it fully because I was just not so sure about adjustments. So I'll weld it in fully and that'll be done. Well, I think I got it pretty well finished. Pretty happy with it. The batteries fit nice. Alright, so the batteries will sit there. Inverter will sit right here on the back side of the wall. Cables will come through. There'll be a few more electronics in that compartment there beside, and a 12-volt battery as well. So far, it's coming together.